train, losers complain.
Hello folks, thought I'd do a video out here in my regular spot where I do a lot of my videos out walking Ryder. I thought I better walk him before he disowns me. I'm busy. He usually would go out in the mornings walking Ryder instead of going to camp, so he's not too pleased with me. Anyway, we'll go over here what I saw today and what I took note of at day 4 of Saskatchewan Roughriders training camp. I think probably the biggest surprise was they had the pads on again. They brought them out and I go, what? Pads are sitting there? Interesting. They didn't have them on at first, but then they put them on and went at her. And they went at her hard. She was intense for a while there, I'll tell you. Didn't take many plays, and there was a big scuffle between Baldonado and Godbar, and they almost come to blows. And guess who was in there breaking them up? Coach Mace. Yeah, he was right in the center of it, breaking them up, and then he bellowed at them and giving them shit, and got them all lined up on each side of the sidelines, and they were doing wind sprints. And Hardrick, our new tackle, he wasn't too happy with the boys. He was giving them shit too. He says, we gotta be better than this. And he was like, it's the only time I've seen him lag behind. He's pissed off for having to do wind sprint for a discipline. No need for that. You can go at it, but you don't have to get to blows, that's for sure. But when after he was bellowing after Coach Mace was bellowing at the players and giving them shit, the fans were cheering on the coach, saying, the coach said we don't need penalties, get penalties for that. And there wasn't no disagreement with all the fans, and said, way to go coach, way to go. And then another thing that I like to see was Milligan. He was out there, zero, got injured near about the mid-season there. We never were the same after he left. Seemed to go down about 20% as soon as we left. Milligan got hurt, and he's been just taking light duties and not really participating that hard. But today he was out there full force, and he was playing when they had the pads on, and he made a real dandy interception. And that's really nice to see. When we needed him back, I was kind of worried it's going to be another Moncrief deal where never does come back and play properly. And they kind of screwed me around today. There, a lot of these cuts happened today, and the people that had those numbers, the players took those numbers. So I'm sort of just getting used to which numbers are what, and they're switching numbers on you. Yeah, one of the cuts was Ely. I kind of like that guy. Yeah. He had a lot of speed, but like I reported yesterday, he was hurt and not participating, and that's the kiss of death at a camp. Trying to make a team and you end up coming up lame. That's the same thing that happened to Tucker last year. But they promised to bring Tucker back. That Ely looked pretty promising. Yeah, Coleman, the DB, got cut, and Johnson, the receiver, got cut. It's going to be hard the rest of the way here, you know, making these cuts. We got so many possibilities out there at those positions. Like at linebacker, there's so many good choices at linebacker. Like AJ Allen will probably get the Canadian position over there. It's my guess, and Thurman in the middle. But strong side linebacker. That's, to me, is a wide open position. Fagott, Brooks, Eclair, TJ Brunson, McLean, Fagott. Yeah, I said him. Like, man, they brought in a lot of talent at that linebacker spot. There's going to be some hard choices there. Same at receivers. You know, like, there's so many good catches today by everybody. They spread the well. Emlis ended the session with a really nice catch. All in all, it's pretty even between defense and offense, I think, today. If I was picking the one drill when they don't have anybody rushing the quarterback, I would say that the DBs won that, because lots of times the quarterback hung on to the ball so long that they'd have been sacked or had to get out of there. So that's definitely coverage. They're doing a good job at the coverage. When it was 12 on 12, it was a new quarterback, Cone. He had 50-50 day, I would say. You never know. He had to throw one ball away. He rolled out and threw one away, got out of there. But to me, you gotta try to make a play no matter what, even if it's an interception. But that's not good either, I guess, because maybe, you know, on tape they'll see that everybody was covered, and that is the smartest choice. Because sometimes that is the smartest choice for a quarterback, to throw the down ball away. But on the O-line, didn't get over to watch the one-on-ones. I was too far away. It's hard to see over there. But that Emmanuel, like, I figured he's gone. It's suspended, whatever that means. But it's kind of looking like Godbar, Blake, Furland, and that Reed been getting a lot of the snaps at left tackle, and over Tucker. So I don't know there. That's still, who knows if it's gonna get that job for starter anyway. And the D line, they moved Lennius inside. Hooray, hooray! What a smarter move. He didn't do with the dam on the outside last year. And they've got of course, Mika Johnson in the middle, and then they use Cox on the outside and Albright on the other side. That's basically, I think, going to be your starters. But those other positions, your linebackers and DBs and receivers, there's going to be a fight for those positions in the starting lineup, and even backups. Like, who's going to be our backup Canadian? That's super important. You know, you need some decent backups for when for sure though some Canadian will go down. So we use quite a few Canadians, so you need a backup in that position, because if you don't have a backup and you have to rotate different positions, Canadian positions, because they have to have so many Canadians that are starters, and if you don't have a backup for one of your Canadians at that position, you're get into a jumbo mess. You know, I don't know. They've got that Mims and they got Ajo right now that they drafted. Might be able to keep one of those guys on, because Lennius, you know, Picton's been doing that job there, but Lennius, he's never been the same to be since he went down in the NFL. He comes back and not been with, not getting any playing time. He's always been hurt, always hurt, and it's been that way the whole time. He's never been able to stay healthy very long. So I don't know. One thing about talking about health, at least we haven't been this season running into much of that problem, which is really good. And I can attribute that to all the stretching they seem to be doing this year. That's definitely, I think, helped them out. The only guy I've seen today was at a do before. He's a global. Yeah, he's a global, and he got hurt along the sidelines yesterday, and he was just observing today. But other than that, except for Henderson, I don't know what the story is with him. He better get himself healthy fast, because maybe he'll lose his job, because there's lots of possibilities out there. Lots of them. Like Deontay Williams, he made a nice intro and knocked down today. Who else? Like I said, Milligan. Defense had a lot of nice plays, and the linebackers closed fast, Didn't take them long, and they took them out. Hickson had one really nice run. He really shows some nice speed, I'll tell you. Really good speed. Really good. It's nice to see. And we need somebody that can get around the outside and relieve AJ Ouellette. All in all, it's so hard to pick who's going to be the backup quarterback and who's even going to stay on the roster and how many they're going to keep. Like right now, no one's popping out at me. Fine's not going to be knocked out unless somebody can pop out and do really good. If I was to lean on anybody, I think it maybe be Patterson, and that's just what I've seen. I don't watch as much the offense, and unless for drills and stuff like that. I mostly watch the linemen. That's who I like, and it's going to be hard for any who I couldn't pick for sure what's going to happen there. It's the same thing as receivers. They spread the ball around pretty good. Shake and bake caught a nice one, and like I said, Emilus caught a nice one. Joe, that Fields, he made a nice interception. This is pretty impressive. On the one catch with Joe, I think he only got the one today, and he when he caught it, the same as AJ Ouellette the other day, he caught a low smack to the groin area and did some hopping and jumping up and down. The fans got a bit of a giggle on that one. Kid's been doing pretty good. There seems to be a lot of talent there, but will it show in the preseason? That's when everything's going to show up. A lot of people don't say if you lose a preseason game, no big deal. You won't ever see me say that. To me, I don't care if they played we had to play all our number twos, and they're playing a lot of number twos too, but I'd rather see us win and take the victory, even if it's a preseason game. I know it's preseason, but you still want to win, and just gets better atmosphere in the clubhouse. I don't know, I probably missed a lot of, like that 80 Allison. He caught a really nice long bomb, and I think that was Pipkin that threw that one. Yeah, it's just hard to see everything that's going on out there. Probably that's why I should give a shout out to a lot of the people I meet out there. It's one of the reasons I go to camp, is to see these people again. Nice to see them. And there's so many Rough Rider fans that are dedicated. A lot of these people that watch my video say, boy, thanks for the dedication. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm retired, and there's people that are out there that take their vacation to watch camp. That's how dedicated they are to the Saskatchewan Roughriders. They take 4 or 5 days off just to watch camp. And I'd like to thank them all, because I picked their brains. Like Lawrence out there, unreal how good he is with numbers and remembering names, which I am hopeless. My old brain takes me halfway through the season to really remember every player name, number, so I can relate right away. But he just ask him, and he knows who they are. Met a nice fella today, Ryan, another guy that knows his football. And then there's Sandy, aka the Flame. Guy's been around a long time, went to more Grey Cups than people have football games. And I don't know if you've been around long enough to remember the Flame, but that's who that is. And Rick, he's a knowledgeable fellow, that's for sure. You know, it's really interesting listening to these guys, because they've been around and watched a lot of camps. And then there's Lisa and Colette. Colette, she's like a genius on the phone. You need to find out an answer, a question of who's what, how many, like I asked her today, how many practices can there be padded, because I was so shocked at them putting on pads back to back. And that lady knows how to find her stuff on the internet. And like I said, another set of eyes, Lisa. There'll be a play, like when that fight happened, I knew it was Baldonado, but I didn't know, I couldn't catch, I didn't see who the other guy was. And they knew. It's the same thing on passes and everything, you know. Like I said, who threw that? Oh, here's the train. I'll stop for a while, it's pretty loud. Yeah, you see so many guys that I've never met yet that you know, they got all the stuff, the papers in hand, and they follow the Roughriders far better than I do. I'm just an old guy that loves my Roughriders. But when I see that, you know, it makes me realize how precious the Roughrider fans are, you know. Like, I mean, it makes you proud that there's so many people that are so rider devout, and you know, that's why it's easy for me to be a proud Roughrider, just because of those folks. And you go to games and see them, just drives me wild. But anyway, enough of that. I guess I'll be out there tomorrow again. They're calling for rain. It started drizzling a bit out there today, but it was still pretty comfortable, especially for the players. They prefer this around 65, 70. They don't get worn out as fast, you know. Some of them guys in the heat, I would imagine they lose 20, 30 pounds. You know, all depending on how hard they go in games, they would for sure. But it's supposed to be crappy out here for the next little while, off and on. I really hope for game day, for the green and white day out at Gordie Howe, that it's good weather, because it's worth going out to, folks. You know, you see them all, they have refs out there, and it's the actual thing, you know. They just set for green and white, and they play against each other, offense against defense, and they don't really hold back that much. And they're on the pads. I guess that'll be another padded practice. They're getting them over, I guess, because preseason's starting so early this year. Yeah, oh well, I better shut this down and find my dog. Ride! and got more stuff to do. I'll try to get this up as fast as I can. Takes a long time to render these things and take out all my mistakes. To tell you the truth, I don't take out a lot of mistakes. I make a mistake, oh well. Won't be the first one and it won't be my last one. That's for sure. Anyway, till next. Ryder, were you rolling? Oh boy. There, Rita's gonna be mad at you, I'll tell you. I'm in trouble, folks. He was over there rolling somewhere. Anyway, till next time. Oh, hang on, I'll try to put some photos off, not at the end again. They're Roughriders, they don't really like me putting photos up, but you see them up all over the internet, so I'll put some up. And I got one of when Coach Mace is right in the middle of the fighting, but I don't take any video of them. They shun on me taking video. I wish I could, then I could really remember who the guys that made the plays. You know, half of it I forget. Again, I gotta thank the people that I sit around, help me out. Anyway, till next time, go Riders go.